Now it is, I think.
Hi, I'm Kaya.
Kirsten.
I'm Dana. And we did the book EVM.
This is the vlog squad, by the way, just so you know, because
Oh no. It's very dysfunctional. Welcome to our wild ride.
Do we know who the book is by?
It's by.
I'm finding the book.
It's
Okay.
by.
Oh wait, that's not the book. It's by Aunt Lindsay.
The overall tone of this story is basically depressing and halfway emo. While at work, EVM is approached by the quote-unquote boss man.
Stop! You suck at writing.
Boss man isn't happy with Evie,
Go fill up the printer.
but Evie remains distant and follows directions like a good little worker. EVM follows a daily routine to maintain stability.
This is gonna be delicious.
To EVM, voicemails are a big fat no thank you. But one day, Evie received a voicemail from an ex.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. I was just calling you back to let you know that I love you and I miss you.
So, beginning and ending. How do you want to do that, huh? Basically goes through the day-to-day life of the main character, who is an ex-military veteran, which you figure out later in the story. So basically, main character tells you about their crappy job and how she really just, she kind of goes through the motions and is slightly distracted in pretty much everything she does. She's disconnected.
Wait, it's a she?
Yes, I did.
What? Hi, I'm the main character, EVM. So, kind of what the beginning talks about is the day-to-day life of the veteran Evie, and he kind of tells you about his crappy job and what he does throughout his day, I guess you could say. So, like, after he's done with work, he goes back home and he cooks and writes notes because he has PTSD. We were talking about, like, with PTSD, you have a very repetitive a day-to-day life, I guess you could say.
Still confused about the whole gender identity because it is kind of hard to figure out.
Well, he said he had a boner.
Well, I said, could it? I mean,
I think it leans both ways.
it does. That's what bugs me. Yeah, it does.
But I don't know, there's something about it that makes it sound like the reader can interpret it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the author purposely did that. Maybe that's a section for writers.
Yeah.
Okay. Towards the ending, we find out that all this repetitiveness throughout the story is just his coping mechanism with PTSD. And towards the end of the story, everything is basically going wrong. His supervisor yelling at him, and his girlfriend wanted to talk to him again.
As far as the writer's craft goes, there are a couple of different jumps, but it's not necessarily between time. It's kind of between setting throughout the character's day. So between, like, from work to home or back to work again. And it also kind of goes through the entire story with a first person point of view, which kind of helps the reader understand maybe how the character's feeling or why the character might be doing what they do or why they're connected or why they're disconnected. It's really kind of up for interpretation on that one, but it helps relate to the character a little better. So the idea is, I guess, I'm going to continue with quotes.
There you go. We also think inferencing relates to writer's craft and segues from the first person point of view, because nothing in the story directly says what caused the main character's PTSD, or for example, we think the story's depressing, but it doesn't outright say that the main character has depression.
Basically, oh, go ahead.
Inferencing, I don't know, I'm just speaking. Inferencing and causing PTSD. We don't know, yes we do. Did the story say he has PTSD?
Do we know the story? So as far as the idea of PTSD, you find out the character does have PTSD due to being a veteran and having to fight in Desert Storm.
Bingo.
But part of it, so in a psychological sense, PTSD, a lot of people have a tendency to develop depression as well. And with that kind of comes a lot of disconnection with their everyday lives or within reality, just in general. And so one of the examples that we had thought of when they were yelled at. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, when he was yelled at in the workplace.
Okay, sorry. You doing okay?
Yeah.
Page 98, middle of the page, it says, "Supervisor yelled at me today. So close I could smell his cologne. He barked that I wasn't into it the way I needed to be. Sandalwood. In consequence, I couldn't finish my first note to my father would have found blah blah." Anyway, the main character is over here going, "Oh, that's a ficus in the corner. Oh my goodness, the room is L-shaped. I could smell his cologne," like noted in the first sentence. And we're sort of inferencing that the main character is taking observation of the things around them rather than paying attention or really absorbing the things that the supervisor is saying, essentially.
Basically, I mean, the supervisor's yelling at him or her. Let's me train thought.
Martha Dump Truck in the flesh. Here comes the Cootie Squad.
Shut up, Heather. No, okay.
Sorry, Heather.
I think inferencing and reading between the lines and leaving out things lets the reader just fill in the blank a little bit extra, and that's sort of what we're doing with a lot of things, including the main character's gender, including, where the PTSD came from, whether or not this character has depression, things like that, and how the character, I guess, copes with this PTSD that they're experiencing. And a great quote that I found was on page 94 near the end. It said, "Today, though, someone had called and the red light blinked. No one ever calls. I was terrified to check the message, so I did not, and then I did not sleep."
Trying.
We so trying. We trying.
Question time!
Question time. Here's all your questions.
Number 1. Why do you think the author mentioned Helen in the story?
That is for table 1, or what?
Oh. Question 2. Based off of the main character's actions, how did you come to the conclusion of the sex of the main character? 3. Based on the question above, why do you think the author left out the physical description of the main character? Number 4. What is an example of when the main character might have been disconnected with reality? Please explain. And number 5. Why did the author include the dog in the story? Number 6. Does the author provide an accurate depiction of a veteran with PTSD? Explain why or why not.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's all.
Front table, you get number 1. The one next to the front table, you get number 2. Number 3 is the back table near the window. Circle table, you get number 4. Tall table, you get number 5. And comfy chair people, you get number 6. Okay, y'all have like a minute to discuss.
Go.
And go. Include TikTok compilation now.
Do I look like I give a fuck? Because I don't. I don't care. I don't care. I'm great.
video. That's it.
We done.
Bye, bitch.